leave for Hong Kong. And I'm going to Sha Ba market. And there's a way that the Chinese simply write the smiley face icon. We don't have something like that. Ours all pre-printed. When a person works a bus like this, oftentimes it's their home, if you will, or office, and they treat it with a special bit of reverence. So you see little dried flowers up there and a Buddhist symbol there, and here something which is used for home and so forth. It's just her attempt to make her workplace a little bit more homey. It's Wednesday, a week before I return to the U.S. Ladies from the bus, but look at this beautiful hat lady in the back's wearing. Close-up view of this incredible workhorse. This is just one of the many variations on the theme. This is the market of Sha Ba, and I'm just going to roam all around it. It's in the midst of what is obviously one of those slate architectural detail factories, or at least warehouse. Both. The equivalent in this area of a tuk-tuk down in Vietnam. This will hold probably 3 or 4 people in the back, 3 or 4 people on this part of the back, so a total of 8 people. The stuff, just like any other market, sells right out of the back of the truck, big baskets or whatever, so we'll just roam through it. A rough kind of looking apple, I don't know how it tastes, but it looks like the kind I saw up in the mountains. It roams almost everywhere, oranges, everything. I'll have to get some in a few minutes, because I find out where the men's room is. Some is packaged in plastic, some is not, some that they just fill up the truck with it. Obviously the plastic section. Each of the towns in this area, like 4 or 5 of them, will hold a market on a different day, just so that everybody has a chance, including the tourists, to go see a market. I don't even know what that little device is for. Keep roaming and roaming, and everything you want to buy is here that you could use in this entire region. This apparently, obviously parts, these thermoses come from. I wonder where they make them. Everybody has, every establishment has them, every hotel has a working backpack of everybody that lives in the mountains. Just think of it as recycling. Real charcoal or sunflower seeds that you can eat through in your life. I'm sure a lot of these people work just like our swap meets or whatever, where they have the truck and they just go from market to market each day. Just one more lifestyle. Sacks of probably rice. I'm just wandering the outskirts of it now to kind of make sure I'm going to cover it all, but here's human labor. I don't know if I can carry something like this. This is a standard way of carrying stuff, babies, everything else. Whether these guys are for sale or whether this is labor or not, I don't know. Plants for your house. Little orange trees.
Hello.
And probably not necessarily for sale, but probably are these burial monuments. This is probably just the factory for it where this takes place. There you get a close look at the saddle rigs. These guys are just going through the initial stages. Notice the winch device they use for handling these big rocks, of converting all this rough stone into those kind of finished block carved pieces. Occasionally he'll take that bucket you see in the upper right and pour water on that blade. Families just arriving. Several families arriving in their little rigs. You say their little rigs, these are taxis. Bags full of beans all cleaned out, ready for sale. Here ground up stuff, whether it's corn or not, I don't know. Corn produce the raw stuff. I don't know what these things are. I think this is the livestock section over here, so we'll check this out. Looks like these folks are buying rather than selling. Here they are, all trussed up. Man was going to cut one of those geese's throats for me so I could have it on video, and I said, "Boucher, shishini, no thanks, thank you very much." Shoes and burrow shoes. Have to use them. There's door openers or knockers or whatever. It's interesting that these are for sale. You think that people would make them themselves, but probably easier. What kind of a fruit is this? I've never seen it before. Has an interesting smell. But a strange look to it. There's a whole bag full of tobacco. Rough tobacco there. There's the butcher's market. Down through here. These are chairs, or standard little stools. They're tough looking animals. There are some of the big dogs that are used in Tibet. For what purpose, I'm not sure. They're scruffy looking, they don't look mean. There's all kinds of teas. I wish I knew what they were. Here the creek bed runs red from the blood from slaughtering upstream here. You don't have to wonder if the meat here is fresh. It was killed moments ago. I assume everything around here in this area is all livestock. Those will become your friends. Hardworking. A huge section here is all for livestock. Again, I'm still working my way around the perimeter. So I'm probably at the limit now on this corner. So I'll go back up here and work to my left. There's some cute little guys. These are seedlings that he's selling here for the various plants that he's showing up there. So this is how you would start it. There's the food mart. I'll come back here and get something to eat a little bit later. Poultry section here. And all back in through there. Very valuable spices. Very expensive, I'm sure. And here, this is all for humor right here. But this is not for humor. This is interesting. Here's strawberries like that. Yeah. And these yellow ones too, and blue ones. I haven't seen those before. Interesting. It's the little cups that you buy this with because it's expensive stuff. Those seeds are probably hand-picked one at a time.